Alright, so I was still looking at the 9/11 stuff, memorial, because I didn't watch any of it live, but I want to point out something about George W. Bush and his speech that he gave at the memorial. Of course, us all knowing that he was the president back then in 01, and knowing that his background a little bit about him going to Yale Skull and Bones, and Skull and Bones identifies by the number 322, and so looking at the collaborations of videos, ABC News put out this particular clip of the speech, and I noticed that 3 minutes and 22 seconds it shows a picture of the firefighters, and the only numbers you see on their helmets is 207 and 110, and 110 being very big number in regards to the Twin Towers, and I'll get to that now. But the 207 terrorist attack equals 207, like New York City, New York, 207. Even New York City NY equates to 207. So it's interesting to see that number up there. And then knowing Gematria, when there's a 0 in the middle of a number, you basically can drop it and it can become 27, and ritual equals 27, and of course 9/11 was just the biggest ritual of all, it seems like. And 110, the other firefighter wearing the number 110, Osama bin Laden equates to 110, and president equals 110. Paris, France equals 110, and we all know where kind of all this knowledge and everything came from, the Skull and Bones and Freemasonry, really. And then another 110 in regards to the Twin Towers is that it was 110 stories tall. So just taking that for example, and then knowing that Osama bin Laden equals 110. What are the odds of that happening? And then we have president, right? And here he is, the president at that certain ticker time. This picture came up. I just didn't think that was a coincidence at all. And don't forget that he graduated from Yale Skull and Bones in 1968, the same year that 911 became the national emergency number, and the same year that world construction began on the Twin Towers, or the World Trade Center. And then also jets. This all relates to news and sports because they're all rigged together and scripted together. The New York Jets won their only Super Bowl in 1968. So just knowing his whole background of his pathway to where he is now, it's by the numbers, and a lot of it comes from secret societies like this, just everything. All right, see ya.